Hello and welcome back. In today's video, let's have a look how we can easily make portrait photos more dramatic by applying a low key effect. Let's start with a photo which already has this effect. Using my method, we will amplify it and make it more dramatic. This method also works on other photos. However, it is easiest applied on a photo where there is already a lot of shadow in the face. Hold on to your horses because this will be fast. I will start with a fill layer, set to black and move this to the bottom of the layer stack. Next, I will add a curves layer and move it as a child to the layer I'm adjusting. Just to make sure the curves adjustment will only apply to this layer. Next, I will adjust the levels of the image by moving the handles as shown. This will make the darks darker and the highlights brighter. This already looks good and more dramatic. Now, to finish up, I will adjust the blend range of the source to control how much I want to keep from the original image. Everything that I don't keep will become black as the lower layer is a black fill. Let's have a quick look at the before and the after. Just amazing. Now I have applied the blend range, I can go back to the curves layer and do the final adjustment. Pretty cool. It's a very simple two-step method. Adjust the levels and filter out the darks by using the blend range. Now, I know what you're thinking. That was an easy image. Let us take another example, which is a little bit more challenging. This image is very suitable for this effect, as the face already has some good shadows. As this is a color image, let me convert it to black and white using my favorite method with the channel mixer. If you want to know more about that, I will leave a link for a video how this works. Now that we have our black and white image, I will add the curves adjustment to adjust the levels. Perfect. Next step is to adjust the blending range. Once we have set our blending range, let's go back to the curves adjustment and fine-tune it. Be aware of not overexposing the brighter areas. For a good effect, you want some texture in the bright areas instead of being completely white. Excellent. This created what we are looking for. However, there are still some areas that are shown in the background. Easiest way to get rid of them is to add a pixel layer and paint with black over them. We can also use this layer to further fade out the unwanted areas using a low flow brush. Now this looks pretty cool, but I want to get a little bit back of his hair. Let me go back to the curves layer and adjust it in a way that I can see the hair. By doing this, also other areas of the image are now shown. No problem, we just paint them away with black in our pixel layer. Before painting everything away, let's go back to the blend range. We probably need to adjust it as we change the curves adjustment. You see how much this helped? Now the finishing touches with the brush. I will also paint on the darker areas of the face with a low flow brush to make the blending to black even more realistic. Excellent, looks amazing, but it feels like I missed something from the original image. Let's enable the original image. What do you notice in this image? His eyes. When we go back to our image, we miss the power in the eyes. I need to get that back. Probably I need to brighten the eyes up. So I'm going to add another curves layer and set the mode to lab and select lightness. Next, I'm going to increase the lightness. As I only want this to be applied to the eyes, I'm going to invert the mask of the curves adjustment by pressing Command I and then paint with white on the eyes. While I have the white brush, I can also use it in other areas of the face to create more contour. Let me turn this layer off so you can see the difference. Pretty cool. Definitely brings back the fire in the eye of the model. In the next example, I'm going to show that with a little bit of work you can get this applied to any portrait photo. Here I have a typical portrait photo. The first thing I will do in this example is to mask out the subject, because we don't want the white background. Using the select brush and the refine edges, I get what I need. If you're interested in selecting objects using the select tool, let me know in the comments and I will share some links with you on the videos I did on that subject. Anyway, now we have our subject in a black background. I will start by converting it to a black and white image. Next thing I will do is to apply the curves adjustment in lab mode and using the lightness curve. I'm going to try to increase the existing shadows as much as possible. Now that we have an image with more shadows in the face, I can apply my method of adding a curves layer and adjusting the levels. And guess what? I'm going to adjust the blend range and return back to the curves layer. As with the previous image, I'm going to add a pixel layer and paint with black to make the blending to black look good. If you make a mistake, you can use the erase tool to remove the black you have painted. This looks pretty cool. However, something is missing. Let's go back to the original and see if we can spot it. It is the shine in the eyes and his teeth we lost in the process. So let's find out which layer was responsible for that by turning off the adjustments one by one. Okay, this layer is the evil one. I'm just going to make sure that I mask out the eyes in this layer to fix it. With a low flow black brush, I can fix this. I will do the same for the teeth. Here is the end result. Not bad at all. Here is another example. I'm not going through all the steps one by one, so I will speed up things for you. But this is exactly the same steps as the image just before. Convert to black, find the shadows with a curves adjustment using lab mode. One thing that is different in this image that the face was more evenly lit. So I masked out one side of the face after lowering the shadows. After setting the blend range, I fine-tuned the image using a black brush to get the final result. Here is another version I had done earlier, which is a bit more dramatic. Using the curves layers, you can control the drama in your image. Well, I hope you liked this video and thanks again for watching. Also, I want to thank everyone who participated in the latest poll. The majority has decided that the next video will be on removing color cast. Don't forget to subscribe if you don't want to miss that video. Until next time.